hit the lobby button.
I can see that, but the elevator stopped.
It's just that end of the day elevator ride. You know, when you want to get home, the ride seems so long, you feel like you're dropping to the center of the earth.
Well, that's a plausible explanation also, but I think we've definitely stopped.
It seems like the lobby's not an option anymore.
Well, I'll just press it on the floor, and when it opens, we can take the stairs the rest of the way.
Why aren't the other brothers like them now?
Maybe there's a power shortage. No, still have lights.
Well, my name is Evan. My hand.
What? Oh, Jen. Jen Collins. Listen, shouldn't we sound the alarm?
Definitely sound the alarm.
But I don't know what happens. And what happens when you do that?
Well, I'd imagine that the little button marked alarm would be depressed momentarily. Then a bunch of bells ring and people come racing to free you like rats to a piece of cheese.
Well, we'll just press the button. We're obviously stuck, so I'll
just press the button. You see? It doesn't even work.
I'm not getting a signal. Are you getting anything on your cell phone?
What cell phone? Well, take a seat, Jen. You're not claustrophobic, are you? Not afraid of being locked up in a small place?
No, actually, I'm a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist? That's good. I mean, if I have to be locked up in a small place with someone, it might as well be with someone I can hold a decent conversation with. Right, Jen? So, in your profession, you probably help people with, you know, problems like this.
Being stuck in an elevator? Yeah, you know, oddly enough, I don't get that too much.
That's funny, Jen, but what I meant is you, as a psychiatrist, probably help deal with people with problems like this. Life or death situations like this.
Life or death? Listen, should we do something else? Try.
What do you have in mind, then?
Well, we could yell.
Yeah. Go ahead. Scream your head off.
Help. Help. Hello. Help.
Jen, I'm going to teach you how to scream. The trick is, if you're going to do it, you have to give the little life! I was wondering if there'd be an echo.
Perhaps the alarm is silent.
Well, perhaps. Look, either the night custodians will come by later on, or when this place is flooded tomorrow morning with people, they'll find us.
Looking like a couple of fools. Was there an out-of-order sign on this elevator?
Jen, if I had seen one, would I be in the elevator?
No, I'm just going to try and pry these doors open. You know, some people take being stuck in an elevator as very serious and have more important things to do than wait for clean people and make jokes.
You haven't made any jokes yet, Jen. No. You would be included in that some people category. I'm sorry, I didn't even catch that. Jen, I'm just trying to bring a little lightness to a tense situation.
What you are bringing is aggravation to an aggravating situation.
Elevators like these have safety devices. They won't open between floors. We're just going to have to wait, Jen. Wait. So, tell me about yourself, Jen. Are you a family person?
Yeah.
Kids?
No. God. No.
Kids? Well, no. That's an interesting answer. So you never had kids?
No.
If you ever had a kid, what would you name him?
What kind of question? Michael.
No middle name?
Stevens.
Michael Stephen Collins. That's a nice name. That's the name of a kid who would be successful. Probably be a psychologist like you.
Psychiatrist.
Well, psychiatrist then. Point is, that's the name of a winner. Michael Stephen Collins. I mean, you wouldn't find a kid with a name like that in the back of an alley.
No, I'd really rather not dwell on the subject of imaginary children.
Well, how about make-believe pets then? I'm just kidding, Jen. Don't be so somber. It's just a joke.
I think perhaps that
most of.
I am not giving you the silent treatment. I simply think that if we cannot carry on an interesting conversation, then we just not talk.
I thought the conversation was interesting. At least mildly amusing, if not full-on interesting. I'm sorry. Maybe you're right, Jen. Mind if I play some music?
No, go right ahead.
Jazz or rock and roll?
How are you going to play? Jazz.
Jazz this. Good selection. Do-whack, 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 do. You know that one, Jen? Do-whack, 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 do-whack. If you have a particular favorite you'd like to hear, just let me know. I can play anything. Do-whack, 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 do-whack. I know Blue Blue like the back of my hand. Do-whack, 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 do-whack.
Please stop playing! Stop mouthing. Can you stop making noise?
You're a rock and roll guy. You know, I thought I had you pegged for a rocker. Just wanted to seem sophisticated. But deep down, simple. Maybe even a little Sex Pistols. Okay, here we go. Yeah! Mind if I smoke?
In an elevator?
As long as you don't mind.
I do mind. And I think you should start coming to see me once a week. Or twice a week. Or, better yet, I know of an excellent psychiatrist way across town that I can set you up with.
I've already seen you, Jen. I mean, in a newspaper or something. You look familiar. You even kind of look like some girl I used to know.
Really? Who?
Just some girl. She didn't know me real well. Couldn't see me. She walked right past me. Don't you think that's strange, Jen? The way people don't notice each other. The way everyone's just shadows in a dim world. And no one really tries to shed light on these shadows. Try to see them for what they are. Understand them.
A cigarette.
You want one?
Please don't light it.
Oh. Right. Sorry. It's fucking strange, Jen. It's fucking strange. I mean, people's lives are so connected, and yet they go through their lives like they're falling down an elevator shaft. And they only have time to fall from top to bottom with no time to grab hold. But maybe, just maybe, if they're lucky, right before they fall, they notice a person there in the elevator. Really see who it is, you know? Then there might be a little bit of them. Just a little bit. Then we're not just falling through life, we're living it.
I don't believe I caught your name.
I told you.
Yes, but with the elevator being stuck and all, it slipped away. Your name?
Adam.
Adeline. Adeline. Last name?
Lewis. Adeline Lewis.
Adeline Lewis. Adeline Lewis.
Mean anything to you?
I don't know. Should it? Sounds like I've heard before.
Yes, well, this gets back to what I was saying. We've probably seen each other and never noticed each other. I thought you were in the paper. You weren't in the paper a few months back?
No, I wasn't in the paper.
Well, who knows then, right? We probably have donuts at the same donut shop.
Yes, well, what do you do for a living, Mr. Lewis?
I'm an elevator repairman.
What?
I'm an elevator repairman.
What? Are you kidding?
Nope.
I'm stuck in an elevator
always on call 24 hours a day.
What good is it if they don't know that we're in here?
They will know, Jen. They will know. Wait until the cleaning crew gets to the 19th floor.
Why should we wait?
Wait until
The 19th floor. That's the floor I got in on.
Yeah. So
Well, when I got in, we moved. I mean, the elevator moved. I thought we were almost to the lobby by now.
Jen. When the elevator cable gets too old, or for one reason or another, some of the cable snaps, the elevator still tries to run along the cable, thereby giving the illusion that the elevator is going down. This elevator only moved a couple feet.
So you're telling me that we're suspended 19 floors up in an elevator with old, broken cables.
The 18th or 19th, I would say. Look, I tried to fix it, but even if I did get to it, I don't have the tools to do anything about it. We're just going to have to wait and try to relax.
Relax? I just found out my life is in jeopardy.
Your life is always in jeopardy, Jen. Sometimes you're just more aware.
Well, that's very helpful. Thanks for that.
Seriously, you look tense as hell. Were you, tense when your kid was being born?
Excuse me?
When your boy was being born, were you tense? I mean, everyone's tense, but tell me what it felt like.
Wasn't too bad. Just do the best you can to stay calm.
Yeah?
Get some coffee. Thumb through some magazines. Think about what you can do in the future to make sure your kid has a full, productive life. How you're going to mold him.
I was wondering whether you think the baby would be healthy or not.
Well, yes, Adeline. Of course.
Adeline.
Well,
Adeline.
that's what I said.
No, you said Adeline. My name is Adeline.
Adeline.
Right! But how are you supposed to know if you're going to raise your kid right, Jen? I mean, you can do everything a mother possibly can, and what's to say that kid's not going to grow up to be some, I don't know, some, I'm just pulling this out of the hat here, drug addict or something. Am I right? What's your kid do again, Jen? He's probably, what, still in college?
He's in college.
I figured. What college is that, Jen?
Look, I'm getting kind of tired and I don't really want to do these things.
These things. What? College? What? Are you okay, Jen?
Yes! Will you leave me alone, all right? Can I stand here for 2 fucking minutes without having your questions pounding into my head? I am stuck in an elevator with a fucking elevator technician, but refuses to fix it because the sign says to. So instead, he takes his hand in amateur talk show host.
I'm no psychologist.
Psychiatrist.
But that display doesn't seem like very normal behavior to me, Jen.
Can we just have a few moments of silence?
Sure. I told you I could play it. I was just getting to know you, Jen. I think it's important to get to know a person before you pass judgment on them.
Before you what?
Do you have the time?
20 till midnight.
Good.
You have a watch.
I never said I did.
You strike me as a very dark person.
Is that a professional opinion? You want to know dark, Jen? Let me explain it to you. As a kid, I grew up with my grandparents. Around 5 or 6 years old, my grandfather got sick. The doctor said bronchitis. My grandmother gave him some medicine, but he still had this hacking cough. That's not even it. This cough was like the scraping of your insides. My grandfather would just lay in bed, scraping between coughs, that there's some goddamn hairspray in his throat. He was convinced that somebody in the house was filling his room with hairspray every time he fell asleep. Well, for the first week, my grandmother, like the ones who live with us, wouldn't go near hairspray or any spray out of the But 2 weeks later, he's still coughing and telling them he can't breathe. Well, what are you going to do, right? Not go near the hairspray? You let their hair go straight? So let the spray do it. Within 2 weeks, they're standing up. Telling you to stand up. whole lower face is covered with phlegm and drool because he's tired of wiping it off. His body is slick with sweat and his stomach is distorted. You know, the muscles from contracting and contracting night and day. His muscles from contracting night and day. His body slick with sweat. You know, when I found him, the doctor said he'd be dead for 2 days. Suffocated on some combination of phlegm and vomit. It was probably the paint on the walls. Or they just denied him his suffering and dignity and death. Because they couldn't understand the pain. They couldn't feel it. They couldn't see it. So they just convinced themselves it shouldn't be there at all.
People can't always be perfect today.
People can't always be perfect, babe. Well, thank you. That sheds a whole new light on this little family tragedy.
I'm just saying that people are going to do terrible things sometimes, but we have to judge them on their ability to change, on their interest in bettering themselves.
Son of a bitch.
What?
Did you just say by their interest in bettering themselves?
Yes, I think that's very important.
You think that's important? Your thought then would be a professional opinion. Since you are a psychiatrist, you're able how to judge to live life and how not to live it. You set the moral guidelines of human beings, don't you?
I think that's an inflated definition of what we actually do.
I think you believe the inflated definition.
And I don't think you know me well enough to say what my beliefs are.
But you know me well enough to say what mine are? I know you better than you think. It's unbelievable you don't know me.
Where would I know you from, Adeline?
Jen, my name is Adeline. Just try to pronounce it right.
I'm sick of waiting in this fucking elevator. I'm gonna find out who's responsible for this and sue his ass for what I would charge by the patient per hour. This is really outrageous.
It's unjust.
Damn right it's unjust. We are in a broken elevator, suspended who knows how high up,
The 18th and 19th floor.
with our lives in danger. Then, now I'm sweating.
They turn off the air conditioning that night.
This thing's so damn hot.
You're married, right?
You know, you have this incredible knack for asking ridiculous questions at the most inappropriate times.
I didn't know there were appropriate times for ridiculous questions. And I didn't know, are you married, is a ridiculous question.
It is when you're suspended 20 floors up in a broken
Then
elevator.
can you give me some sort of guideline for the right questions to ask in this situation?
I'm divorced!
Divorce? That's even better. You're a divorced psychiatrist.
There's something wrong with you.
Don't fucking tell me there's something wrong with you, self-righteous son of a bitch. Who gave you the power to judge someone's sin?
I do know you, don't I?
No, you don't know me. But you met me.
When? Where do I know you from? Were you a patient?
You're mighty concerned now, Jen, aren't you? You're mighty concerned now.
Where do I know you from?
Well, we have to drag up some old memories. Do you by any chance remember the name Gabrielle Lewis?
No, I don't remember the name.
You didn't even try.
I don't remember. Is she your wife?
Excellent guess. Give the girl a prize. Well, what do we have for Jen today? Dick? Well, Jen's got a nice vacation in a 5-star elevator with a plush downtown skyscraper. Where aren't you the lucky fucking woman? Yeah, she was. But she's not anybody now.
Did she die?
You don't know?
Why do you keep talking to me like I'm involved in your life?
Oh, that's right. You wouldn't know if she's dead. You've been mixing up the living with the dead all night long.
Tell me what the fuck is going on here, so help me.
Apart from that being very unconvincing, Jen, it's also not a very professional attitude.
Tell me who you are and what is going on here right now.
And this conversation getting a little tense. Maybe we should play a little elevator. All we need is my mouth.
I'm warning you.
You're warning me. I'm mean threatened. But at the same time, I've got another burning question that I've just got to ask. What kind of woman thinks she can unravel the human mind and solve it like some jigsaw puzzle when she can't even keep her own marriage together? The divorced psychiatrist. Boy, that is ironic. I've got another question for you, Jen. What on drugs. That's right, Jen. I know all about it. Your life, I read about it in the newspaper. The one you weren't even in.
I told you.
You told me you didn't have a kid. Now you have a kid and he's in college. But he's dead. Obsolete, gone slow, bones in the dirt, dead. It's in the newspaper how he died. He fucking heroin overdose in the back of an alley.
Shut the fuck up, you sadistic bastard! How did I ever get stuck here? You, an elevator technician, you set this up. You sick bastard! Who are you? Who are you?
I'll tell you where you were, Jen, when your kid Michael Stephen Collins was dying. You were talking about competence in class and bullshit! You were evaluating me and saying, and I quote, here, I wrote it down. I feel, at this time, Adeline Lewis should be kept here for further evaluation. His past record indicates that he uses violence as a means of rectifying what he considers injustice. I see no interest in the patient in bettering himself in the various programs open to him. And most importantly, no acknowledgement of what he did is wrong. I must conclude, therefore, that without this basic understanding, he is unable to peacefully coexist with society. Let me take this golden opportunity to explain something to you. When a man rapes your wife, that's injustice. Justice is that man's death, and it is not wrong for me to put a knife through that man's chest. I tried twice to kill the man who raped my wife, who took her life, and it was taking her life. Rape took her life, Jen, and left a shit.
What do you want me to do about that
Don't
now?
say a fucking word. How's that? After the rape, the magic that was my life, it was gone. She kept picturing him around her, thinking about her. He lived in the same building, Jen. I see him checking his mail. Bill. The police, the courts, they were dragging it out. And I couldn't stand seeing her suffer because that bastard had one of the few minutes of pleasure. Pleasure. Is that what it is? I spent 3 years undergoing psychiatric evaluations on your recommendations for trying to kill him. He spent 2 years in jail, out of parole, and he raped again. Probably a few more times they don't even know about. And you know why? Because you thought at the time when he was on parole that, let me guess, he was showing great interest in the various programs open to him. He raped again, Jen. And while I'm reading about this in the newspaper, I just found it strange that you evaluated us both. You, who can't even stop her own life from crumbling.
Shut up! Shut up!
You, even on seeing me, can't remember me. Like up in the elevator with a man you declared 3 years ago was insane. You don't even know me. You still pronounce my name wrong. You don't even know my name.
Remember you now. We've had your say. Now open these doors.
That's it? You don't even ask why I did this? Wait, let me guess. Because in the great mind of yours, you've already got it figured out. Well, if this conclusion is anything like your others, you're way off the mark. So let me just spell it out for you, Jen. I brought you here on the 19th floor to teach you about the soul of a person. Not the mind, the soul. I don't think you're getting this, Jen. You're showing no interest in bettering yourself. I must conclude, therefore, that without this basic understanding,
open these damn
you
doors
are
now!
not able to peacefully coexist with society.
Open these damn doors, or else I swear to God.
What God do you have to swear to? There's only one way out for you, Jen, and that's down. Straight down. Falling down to the fucking lobby.
What do you say?
Oh, Jen. Do you have the time?
What are you saying?
What time is it?
Tell me what the fuck you're
The
saying!
time, Jen!
It's 11:55, you son of a bitch!
Son of a myself and the rapers of my wife. I rewired the elevator and the safety mechanisms so I can catch you like a rat in a trap. So don't fool yourself into 1 second into thinking I'm bluffing. I've waited too long to see your face contort as it falls through the lobby when we hit the floor.
You're a bad man.
Just like how I was when you first evaluated me, Jen. Insane to the point of violence when seeking justice. You shouldn't have passed my case along, Jen. Maybe you could have helped me.
Open these doors right now, or I'm warning you.
Don't you understand? Boom! In 3 minutes, we both die. You can try to beat me up for the last 3 minutes of your life, but I would think you would have other priorities. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Hail Mary, full of grace, pray for us sinners, and now at the hour of our
If
death.
this elevator drops, you're gonna die too.
I resign to my fate, though.
Are you? Is your need for vengeance so strong that we can sacrifice your own life to take mine? Isn't your life worth more than that? Don't you think that Gabriella needs you, deserves you more now than ever?
Don't you talk about her.
Gabriella.
Don't.
Gabriella!
Shut up! You don't know a thing about her. And as for my life, well, you took that a long time ago. 3 years in a mental institution. That was longer than I was married. I had to struggle through the abyss alone. I've got no life worth keeping.
Give yourself a second chance. Give me a second chance. We're both capable of change.
Do you think so?
I do. I really do. The only thing in our way are these doors. So if you can open them, then open them. And I won't press charges. Not with all the things you've been through in the past. All of the suffering. Let's put that suffering behind us.
Then what do we do after we finally accept all the suffering?
We move on. We move on.
Do you really feel like you've understood something here, Jen?
I've learned a lot. I was wrong, Adeline. I was out of line. Adeline, I see it now. The injustice of it all. How cruel it must have been for you. But right now, we need to open these doors.
I'm thinking about what you're saying, Jen. And I'm just having a little trouble believing your psychiatric crisis situation bullshit. So just spare me the insincerity. I told you I was teaching you a lesson about the soul. You did pray. Don't talk to me about understanding. You had your chance for that. That's it. That's the sign. 1 more minute. Tick.
No, I didn't want to
Tick.
make a decision. I thought it would be best. It's your best interest.
Jen, you're faltering. You're babbling. This isn't any way for God to be acting.
I'm not God!
You're going to have to be right now.
Please, just don't let this happen.
Jen, you would kill me right now if you were doing any good, wouldn't you? You killed a man who you consider what you consider a terrible injustice, wouldn't you? Come on, Jen. You can say it. We dropped like a falling star in 42 seconds. Would you kill me? Come on, Jen. Would you kill me? Come on, Jen.
God, yes, I kill you! I kill you! Just stop this from happening.
How can you judge me? How can you judge anyone? Look at what you are. What's your last words, Jen? What's the last thing you would ever want to say on this earth?
Just stop this from happening. Understand.
I understand it all, Jen. So that's it? A pleading for your life? What about some sort of remorse? Repentance? Jen, your body's going to drop, but maybe your soul can rise. 4, 3, 2, 1. for? That's strange, Jen. It's the